Unit 2, it is mainly a non-concurrent force, right? Mainly a non-concurrent force, right? It may be in two cases, maybe coplanar or non-coplanar, coplanar or non-coplanar. So what do you mean by non-concurrent? So all the force won't meet at a point, right? So when I say it is concurrent, it means that all the forces will be meeting at a particular point, right? That one we call it as a concurrent force, right? Non-concurrent is if there is another force which is somewhere here. This force, there is no connection with respect to this point, okay? So one force is different. That case we call it as a non-concurrent force, right? Of course, the coplanar is 2-dimension and non-coplanar is 3-dimension, right? So this is what we are going to discuss in this unit, right? So whenever you have a non-concurrent force, what happens? There will be a turn, right? Your object will try to turn, okay? So because of the turn, right? Because of the turn, there may be a formation of different forces, right? Which we call it as a moment. So the turn, we call it as a moment, right? The right name indicating that is moment, right? So let me consider. So a moment is a force which tends to rotate a body about an axis, right? For example, if I consider you have an object here, right? It is having something like this, right? If I apply a force here, what happens? So this object will try to rotate, will try to rotate, okay? That one, this force makes your object to rotate, okay? So moment is a force which tells your object to rotate, okay? So the axis may be any line which neither intersect nor parallel to the line of action of force, right? So what it means? So neither intersects, right? The axis. So where is your axis? This is my axis. This is my axis of my rod, okay? So if I have a force which is parallel to the axis, if I have a force which is parallel to this axis, there won't be rotation, no rotation, right? No rotation. There won't be any rotation which is making it to, there is only a force which is making it to compress, right? There won't be a rotation, right? Or if any line which intersects, right? Intersects with the line of force, right? What it means? So this is my axis, right? This is the center point. If I have a force here, if I have a force here, right? So here also there is no possibility of having a rotation, right? So force should have a particular distance, right? There should not be any zero distance of your force, and your force should not be parallel to your axis. Okay, your force should not be a parallel to the axis. When there is a continuous rotation, we call this as a torque, right? Moment is different, torque is different. Moment is only a particular value, right? Only for a particular location you can able to use moment. Torque is continuous, so it will be rotating. There is a continuous rotation on a particular object, right? That one we call as a torque, right? But the formula is similar, only the name varies. So moment is not 360-degree rotation, torque is 360-degree rotation, okay? So this one, if I consider here, right, this is a moment. What happens? I have a rod, so I am connecting with this rod. I am applying this force, right? I am applying this force. So what happens? This spanner will rotate. This spanner will rotate, right? Which is it is forming a moment, right? It is forming a moment, right? Is it a torque? No, actually, it is not possible. It has to be on 360 degree. இது வந்து 360 degree வந்து ரொட்டேட் பண்ணி கண்டினியூஸா இருக்கணும், ரைட்? அதுதான் வந்து டார்க், ரைட்? So motor la irukkiradhu torque. இதெல்லாம் வந்து டார்க் கிடையாது, right? So this is all moment only, right? So motor in the very connection இருக்குல continuous rotation, right? That only a torque. Okay, so this is not a torque, it is a moment. Okay, so the formula for moment is force into perpendicular distance, right? Force into perpendicular distance from where I am taking. So I am taking moment here. Force in the force length in the moment, what is the distance? That is d. Perpendicular distance. Force is perpendicular. So force is in this direction, perpendicular distance is d. So F into d, right? That is your moment, right? So your moment may be clockwise or anti-clockwise. Your moment may be clockwise or anti-clockwise. So usually anti-clockwise we will consider positive and clockwise we consider negative, right? Whenever you have a moment in clockwise direction, right, we will consider as a negative value. Whenever you have a moment in anti-clockwise direction, we will consider that as a positive value, right? So you do want to do a moment application. So applying a spanner, you can able to see in the rotation is like this, right? Rotation something like that, and here, so even this also you have something like an oscillating motion, right? Here, wheel. So this may be a torque. This can also be a torque if you have a continuous rotation, right? It is you have a continuous rotation, right? But the moment move right? So something like that. Okay. So this is also an example of a moment, right? This is also an example for a moment. So here you look here, you have a handle, you are applying a force here, right? In the force நான் ரிசால்வ் பண்ணா fx fy வந்துருச்சு. இப்போ இந்த fx பாத்தீங்கன்னா நேரா வந்து எங்க மீட் ஆகுது, இந்த சென்டர் பாயிண்டோட மீட் ஆகுது. மொமெண்ட் எங்க எடுக்கிறோமோ அதோட சென்டர் பாயிண்ட், இட் இஸ் மீட்டிங் வித் ரெஸ்பெக்ட் டு திஸ், right? So there is no reference, so there is no possibility of using this fx force to rotate, right? So இது எப்படி rotate ஆகுதுன்னா fy பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் rotate ஆகுது. fy is having a perpendicular distance, right? fy is having a perpendicular distance. That, based on that only it is rotating. Okay, right? So அதேதான். So moment வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா it's a vector quantity, right? So it is always perpendicular to the plane, right? So vectorல approachல எப்படி சொல்லுவோம்னா moment is r cross f, right? Moment is r cross f, where r is the position vector, right, with respect to the moment. Momentல இருந்து எவ்வளவு இருக்கு அதுதான் வந்து r. f வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா force vector, right? So moment at a point. So let me identify. So if I consider a point, right? If I take a moment at a particular location, how to identify whether your moment is clockwise rotating or anti-clockwise rotating, right? So let me consider this is my point O, right? I'm going to take moment at O. I'm going to take moment at O. Let me consider I have a force here. Yes. Right? So let me consider F1. Do you have moment? What is the direction of rotation? Moment, whether it is rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise. How to identify? So you keep your pen vertical to this force, perpendicular to this force. In the force on the horizontal arca, I'm going to keep my pen like this, vertically. So this is my pen. Okay, this is my pen. Now, so this pen, this side is fixed. This side you are having a force like this. How the pen is rotating? It is rotating in clockwise. Your pen is rotating it clockwise. So this is a clockwise, negative direction. The moment for this point is negative direction, right? Okay, let me consider like this. So I have a force here, F2. What is the direction of rotation? It's clockwise or anti-clockwise? So ஸோ நான் சொன்னதை வந்து ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க. நான் அப்போ இங்க பேனாவை இப்படி வைக்கிறேன். So keeping my pen like this, right? It is my pen, right? So now this point is fixed point. O வந்து எங்க இருக்கு? இந்த இடத்துல இருக்கு. Force எப்படி ஆக்ட் ஆகுது? இப்படி ஆக்ட் ஆகுது. பேனா எப்படி ரொட்டேட் ஆகுது? So this is rotating anti-clockwise. So this is anti-clockwise, right? This is anti-clockwise. Okay, let me consider this force here, right? Let me have a force like this, right? Vertical force F3, rotation clockwise or anti-clockwise. Keep your pen perpendicular to your force. Keep your pen perpendicular to your force. Fix where is your O. O is on the left hand side. Force is on the right hand side. Apply your force. Force is acting upward. When you apply it, it is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So this is also positive, right? So let me consider you have another force here, right? I have a force like this. F4, right? What is the type of rotation is this? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? So திருப்பி சொல்றேன், என்ன பண்ணணும், right? So இந்த ஃபோர்ஸுக்கு பர்பெண்டிகுலரா பென் வைங்க. Keep your pen. இப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா மேல upward direction, upward point is fixed. Downward force is our force. Force எப்படி ஆக்ட் ஆகுது? It is acting like this, right? When it acts like this, how your pen is rotating?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So it is negative. Are you getting it? Right? If I consider there are three forces, right? F1, F2, F3, which is having a moment at point O. எல்லாமே moment at point O. So what do you get? I have three moments. Moment at point O for F1 is F1 into D1. F1 into D1 is rotating in which direction? Right? It is rotating in anti-clockwise. So positive. Right? F2 into D2, it is rotating in clockwise. So negative. F3 into D3, again, it is anti-clockwise, positive. So I can add all your moments with respect to that, so that I will get overall moment. That is your resultant moment. Right? So always you consider anti-clockwise as positive moment and clockwise as negative moment. Right? Resultant moment is addition of all these moments. Right? So that, but it has to be at the same point. It has to be at the same point. Right? Okay. Now, so let us proceed with another theorem. So Varigman's theorem. Right? So what it says? It says that the moment of a force about a point is equal to the sum of moments of the components of the force about the point. Right? So for example, this is my force. This is my force. Right? In the force order, distance, perpendicular distance is this. Right? So this is equal to, if I resolve this force, it is having an angle theta. Yeah. So when I resolve it, I will get two forces, Fx and Fy. Right? So that is equal to the moment of Fx and moment of Fy. Right? Addition of these two. Right? Moment of the force Fd is equal to, sorry, it is already there. So erase this. When I resolve it, I will get Fx and Fy, which is having a distance x and y. It's having distance x and y. So moment of that force is equal to moment of its components. So m naught, which is equal to Fx into y minus Fy into x. If m minus potna, it is rotating in clockwise. Actually, everything is addition. Right? This negative indicates the direction is opposite, clockwise direction rotation. Okay, so for that alone, we consider that as a negative. It is not force direction. It is purely direction of rotation. Right? So in the Fy வந்து upward இருக்கு, அப்ப பாசிட்டிவ் தானே வரணும் அப்படின்னு கேட்கக்கூடாது. ஸோ இது ஃபோர்ஸ் தான் வந்து அப்வர்ட்ல பாசிட்டிவ், பட் மொமெண்ட் எடுக்கும்போது இந்த பாயிண்ட் மொமெண்ட் எடுக்கிறோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ மொமெண்ட் எடுக்கும்போது எப்படி ரொட்டேட் ஆகுது? That you have to consider. Right? I think opposite go. Yes. I think Fx is negative. Sorry. This has to be minus and this has to be plus. That is anticlockwise. Right? So you will get something like this. That is your moment. That is your moment. Right? Don't get confused. In some books, they will consider anticlockwise as negative. In some books, they will consider anticlockwise as positive. Most of the books, you will have anticlockwise as positive. Right? We will proceed accordingly. Okay. Yeah. So in the variance principle, so we are going to consider the importance of this variance principles here. Right? For that taken up problem here. You have a 600 Newton force, right? You have 40-degree angle. So you have the distance 2 meter and 4 meter, right? I want to take moment at point O. I want to take moment at point O for this force, right? So moment, what is the formula for moment? Moment is force into perpendicular distance. Right, in the force perpendicular distance. அப்ப இது perpendicular distance இந்த இடத்துல இப்படி வரணும். இந்த distance எனக்கு வேணும். இல்லையா? So this is my distance d. Right? How to identify that d? How to identify that d? Right? So அதுக்கு ஒரு free body diagram வரையணும். Right? So என்ன பண்ணோம்? இது 40 degree. Right? இது 40 degree னா right, இங்க ஒரு லைன் perpendicular போகுது. அப்ப இதுவும் 40 degree இருக்கும். Right? அப்புறம் இதுக்கு ஒரு vertical line ஒன்று வரைகிறேன். perpendicular வந்துச்சுன்னா இதுவும் 40 degree இருக்கும். Right? So இப்ப இந்த இது இருக்கு பாத்தீங்கன்னா இதை நான் அப்படி பிரிக்கலாம். இது hypotenuse 2, இது வந்து 40 degree. அப்ப இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 2 sin 40 இந்த distance. So எனக்கு இந்த distance தெரிஞ்சிச்சு. Right? Which is 2 sin 40. இந்த distanceனா 4 இருக்கு. அப்ப இது வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 4 cos 40. ரைட்டா? சோ அப்போ வந்து எனக்கு டோட்டல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ் என்ன இருக்கு? 4 cos 40 plus 2 sin 40, டோட்டலா 4.35 தான் என்னோட டோட்டல் டிஸ்டன்ஸ். ரைட்? என்னோட ஃபோர்ஸ் வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா 600 நியூட்டன். when I apply the force 600 into 4.35, you will get the answer. Right? It is very tedious process. Right? It is very tedious process because identifying this distance, you should know all the values of trigonometric functions, and you have to cut it out, you have to change the angles with respect to that, and then you have to identify what is your hypotenuse, Pythagoras theorem, you have to apply everything, and you have to identify your distance. Right? So it is very tedious to identify a particular moment value for any inclined force. Right? Not only, this is for a single force. If you have 3 or 4 forces, then it is very difficult. Right? So in order to avoid that, right, we use that Varinus theorem. So what Varinus theorem states? I am going to resolve this. Right? 600, I am resolving it. Right? So when I resolve, this is 40 degree, you know. So when I resolve, I will get 600 cos 40, 600 sin 40. Right? So horizontal force, perpendicular distance is 4 meter. Vertical force, perpendicular distance is 2 meter. Directly you can get it from your object. Right? So you can easily solve it. So same thing. So 600 cos 40, 600 sin 40. Now I identify what is my fx, fy. Sorry, fx and fy. After that, I will take moment. Moment is fx, right? Fx into perpendicular distance 4 meter, 4. Fy into 2 meter. So total. So you will get the same answer. You can able to see here. So India 2610, India 2610. So you can able to see how easy it is when you have a force, when you resolve the force. Because most of the components they will give what is the height, what is your breadth. Right? So based on that, I can easily resolve it. I will make everything as horizontal and vertical. Based on the height and width, whatever I have, I can easily identify what is the moment. Okay, so that is the beauty of this varigness theorem, right? So nowadays, so for any force, what you have to do? For any force, according to varigness theorem, if we have an inclined force, resolve. We resolve that inclined force. Resolve it into Fx and Fy. Then apply moment. Right? After you apply moment, you can add it. Right? So based on this direction, you can add, you will get what is the overall moment value. You can identify what is the resultant moment for these four forces. Right? I am going to take moment at point O. So how many forces are here? You have four forces, which means I have to take moment for all these four forces. Right? We will go one by one. So where I have to take moment, I have to take moment at point O. I have to take moment at point O. Okay, right. So for this force, 50, what is my perpendicular distance? This
2 meters, sir.
2 meters. Yes, very good. So this 2 meters is my perpendicular distance. What is the rotation? Clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise, sir.
So it is rotating clockwise. Very good. So it is means it is minus 50 into 2. Minus 50 into 2. Right? This is my first one. Now 60. What is your perpendicular distance? 0. Very good. So it is 0. For this 20 Newton, what will be my distance?
3 meters, sir.
My distance. 3 meters inclined. So okay, good. So you have a 3 meter like this. It is like this. Right? This is my 3 meter, and this is 30 degree. Right? So which means I have to identify what is my horizontal distance. Horizontal distance will be 3 cos 30. And vertical distance will be 3 sin 30. Right? So now, can you tell me for this 20, what you have to write? What is my moment for this 20 Newton? You have a horizontal force. Perpendicular distance should be vertical.
So 3 sin 30.
Yes, 3 sin 30. Okay, very good. So what is the type of rotation? Yes, it is anti-clockwise. Very good. So which means plus 20 into 3 sin 30. Right, this part. So this is also over. Now I go for 40. I am taking moment at point O.
2 plus 3 cos 30, sir.
2 plus
3 cos 30.
3. So it சின்ன தப்பு இருக்கு. 2 ஆ என்ன? So you have 4. 4 plus 3 cos 30.
Yes, sir.
Right?
4 plus 3 cos.
So
Okay,
4
sir.
plus
Okay.
3 cos 30. What is the rotation? Clockwise or anti-clockwise? So it is clockwise. So minus 40 into, what is my distance? 4 meter. Here you have 4 meter. Because I am taking moment at this point. In the force level, in the moment over distance. So 4 meter plus 3 cos 30. Right? This is the overall moment. Right? So I will get something like this. Overall, if we add it, I will get what is my moment. Right? So you are getting a negative indicating that your moment is clockwise. When you write, you don't need to mention negative sign. What you have to do, I have to write as 334 Newton meter. So why the unit is Newton meter? Force into distance. Force is Newton, distance is meter. So Newton meter. Right? So Newton meter, and in bracket, you have to mark it out. The rotation is clockwise. Right? The rotation is clockwise. Okay.